I'm aware of the fact that a lot of people who are subscribed to this channel are people who are probably running businesses where they make headbands or are thinking of starting a business of making headbands. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing everything you need to start off a sustainable headband business. If there's anything that I forgot to mention at the end of this video, please feel free to drop them in the comments section. Also, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're yet to. Alright guys, let's get into the meat and the potatoes of today's video. Let's go.
In today's video, I'm going to be sharing everything you need to have with you in order to start a sustainable and successful headband business. For those that are seeing me for the first time, my name is Funmibi Olawore and I am a headgear designer based in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. I share online tutorials on here on YouTube on different designs of headbands and how to bead fabrics and headbands as well. I also share occasional vlogs on here on my channel, so if you'd be interested in any of the things I mentioned, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notification. Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the items that you would need in starting a headband business. As I'm talking to you guys, I might not necessarily show you some of the things that I'm talking about physically, but I'm going to leave a sidebar either on this side or this side where you guys get to see everything that I'm talking about. Okay, so don't worry, make sure that you don't skip any part of this video. So the first thing you would need in starting off a successful headband business is your fabric. Okay, and with fabrics, I don't think you should just go ahead and just go and buy 20 yards of fabric. Okay, you can start by buying little quantities of fabric. Okay, say 1 yard each of different colors of a particular type of fabric, or even half a yard. Okay, if you're starting off small. When I started off in making headbands, the very first headband tutorial I ever posted on this channel, I started with half bundle of ASOOKE fabric that was given to me for a particular wedding. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that video. If you're yet to see that video, I'm going to link it on the screen for you. Okay, so when starting off with fabrics, buy different textures and types of fabric. And with fabrics as well, I feel like you don't have to go ahead to just splurge and buy a lot of fabrics. I believe that the best thing for you when it comes to gathering your fabric collection together is to start off small. Okay, you can start by buying 1 yard of a particular fabric, try it out, use it to make something and see if you like that fabric or not. But if you are going into making ASOOKE, in particular ASOOKE headpieces, you want to buy different textures of ASOOKE, and there are so many different types of ASOOKE. We have the metallic one and the cotton one. Okay, so it all depends on you and what your client as well is asking for, or what, because I found with ASOOKE orders, okay, from customers, your customer would most likely give you the ASOOKE fabric that they've been given for whatever occasion it is that they are preparing for. But if they give you the go ahead to buy the fabric for them, decide whether you want to buy the metallic type or the cotton type. The cotton type is cheaper than the metallic. The metallic one is usually between 8,000 naira and 10,000 naira. Even it can go as high as 20,000 naira depending on the quality of the fabric per bundle. Okay, but for the basic one that you find in your local fabric shop, sells for 5,000 naira per bundle. Okay, so you determine which one you want to buy. And if you are starting off with just practicing, okay, make sure that you just buy half of a bundle. They can divide a full bundle into 2 for you. So start off that way and then start to practice and take orders and all of that. The next thing you will need in starting off your headband business is different sizes of headbands. Okay, and if you are a very strong follower of this channel, you've seen all the different types of headbands that I've used to make different pieces on here on the channel. If you are new, I suggest that you watch the Funmibi Olawore Designs playlist, where I share different tutorials on the different types of headbands that I make and the sizes of the headbands that I use. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we have the basic plastic headbands. Okay, and those are the types that I often use on here on the channel. However, our headbands are not limited to just those plastic ones. We have the metallic ones, the halo ones, the 3-layer ones, the 2-in-1 types, and I'm going to see if I can link pictures of all these headbands that I'm mentioning somewhere on the screen so you get to see them. And there are different vendors. I buy online and offline, like I shared in one of my previous videos. Okay, so you determine whether you want to buy your headbands online or offline. Online, you can find different styles of headbands on AliExpress, but for people living out here in Nigeria, you can just go to your local fabric store or sewing accessories shop and ask them for headbands. A lot of times those vendors sell headbands. Okay, the third thing I would advise you to get in starting off your headband business is your soldering iron. Okay, and this is for people that want to go into doing strictly ASOOKE headbands. Okay, your soldering iron is very, very important, because with ASOOKE, because of the texture of the fabric, for those that don't know what ASOOKE is a woven fabric very popular in so many different African countries and very, very popular as well in Nigeria. It used to be more common among Yoruba people, but nowadays you find different people from different tribes using ASOOKE for their occasions. Okay, so ASOOKE is very, very common out here in Nigeria, and it's usually woven, like I said earlier. And with woven fabrics, if you go in with your scissors to cut through them, chances are they will start to fray at the edge. But if you go ahead to use your soldering iron to cut through your ASOOKE, it seals up the edge of the ASOOKE and makes sure that the end result is fantastic. Okay, so make sure that you have your soldering iron handy. The next thing you will be needing as well is your scissors. Okay, even though I just mentioned that using scissors on ASOOKE isn't a good idea, that doesn't mean you don't even need scissors at all. You need your scissors for cutting through other types of fabrics that are not necessarily ASOOKE, as well as cutting through other things that you'll be working with while making your headbands. Okay, so you need your scissors. The next item you need is your thread snipper. And for those that don't know what a thread snipper is, I'm going to leave it on the screen for you. Okay, these thread snippers, they cut through the tiniest piece of thread. Okay, so in cases where you have just a very tiny piece of thread that your scissors might not necessarily be able to cut perfectly, this is where your thread snipper comes into action. Okay, your thread snipper can cut through any one of all these types of stray threads and then give you a perfect finish. You don't want to be a headband maker that just has thread flying left and right on your finished work. Okay, so your thread snipper is very, very important. The next item you will need is a sewing machine. I know sometimes I come on here and share tutorials where I say sewing machine is not needed, but for someone who is looking to start a headband business, you cannot go without having a sewing machine. And this is why most times I advise people that want to go into making headbands to have the basic fashion designing knowledge. Okay, you can't just start off making headbands when you don't even know how to thread a sewing machine or how to work with a sewing machine. Okay, so even though you are not a fashion designer per se, the basic knowledge of how a sewing machine works is very, very important in running a successful headband business. Except you just want to be the CEO, the one calling the shots and employing tailors that would make your headbands for you. That's a whole different conversation entirely. But if you're looking to start off on your own before you start to expand your business, it's very, very important that you know how to work with a sewing machine. The next item that I think is very important for you as a headband maker is your basic needle and thread. Okay, the good old needle and thread. Okay, and you can find that everywhere around you in Nigeria, and I believe even outside the country. Okay, there are so many different places, online and offline, where you can just walk into, especially sewing accessories or fabric shops. They sell these your basic needle and thread, and with thread you need just your regular schmegular polyester thread. So go ahead and get you one of those. You can buy different sizes of needles. Okay, there are different sizes of needles, so you can buy different sizes of needles and determine, as you start to make and make mistakes and correct those mistakes, you determine which type of needle and thread combination does it for you and the designs that you come up with. The next item you need is wording and interfacing. And for those that follow this channel, they know what our wording and interfacing is. But for those that don't know, I'm going to leave it on the screen as well. You need to make sure that you get different types of wording. We have the soft one and, well, not the soft one, the light one and the thick one. So you can get different quantities of these two types of wording and use them, incorporate them into your designs. And interfacing is your good old gum stay, stay, cloth gum, paper stay, color stay. You can get either one of all these forms of interfacing, but for beginners I would suggest that you stick with the simple ones. Okay, the stay or gum stay, and maybe the cloth gum too. Cloth gum can work for certain types of designs, so get either one of these pieces of items and add it to your collection. The next item you will need for your headband business is glue. Okay, glue is very important. Even though I talk so much about how you don't want to depend on glue, you can't do without using glue in making headbands. Okay, so I'd suggest that you buy different types of, there are so many different types of glue, but some of my favorites are the E8000 glue, the B6000 glue, and the UHU glue. Also, we have the hot glue gun as well. The hot glue gun, very, very important. Okay, so make sure that you get you one. You can get maybe the small one for starters, and after a while you can upgrade and buy the big one, because it's for beginners. It's easier to work with the small glue gun. So get you a glue gun as well as your hot glue. Okay, you can't use the glue gun alone. You have to get your hot glue sticks as well, and I'm going to also leave the hot glue sticks on the screen for you guys to see. The next thing you need is your pita sham or ribbon. Okay, the pita sham or ribbon is basically for finishing your work. Okay, with a headband making, the cleanliness of your work is what will attract returning customers to you. Okay, so make sure that you get you ribbons, matching colors of ribbon, different colors of ribbon. And I feel like with that, you don't have to go to the market and just go and buy different colors of ribbon unnecessarily. So if you buy a particular color of fabric, say a black fabric, you can just go ahead to buy a matching color of ribbon to go with that fabric, so that when you do your what's it called now, when you do your project, you have a matching color of ribbon to tidy up your work for you. And if you don't know how to incorporate ribbon into your project, watch any one of my tutorials and you would see how to play around with your pita sham or your ribbon in your headband projects. The next item you need is a label. If you're running a business, I would suggest that you get you a label. Okay, a business label. And for me, on here on my channel, I've talked about where I got my business label from, but for those that are new here, I got my business label from AliExpress, from a particular vendor. But you can just search on AliExpress and just type in business label vendors and you see different options. So feel free to choose any one of those options and order your business label. But if you live in a country where you can just find a local printer that can make something for you, feel free to do that. I feel like patronizing those local vendors in your neighborhood will eventually be cheaper than going ahead to order from AliExpress. So make sure that you get you a business label if you're trying to start off a business in making headbands. The next item you need is different types of beads, and this is for people that want to incorporate beading into their headband designs and styles. Okay, so you need to get you different types of beads. When it comes to beads, I'm filming a different video entirely where I show you different types of beads, their uses, their sizes, and all that you need to know. So for those that are not subscribed, this is a good time to subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notification so you don't miss out when that video goes up. So you need to get you beads. For anybody looking to start a headband business and figuring out the things that you need, going to a fabric shop and a sewing accessories shop is very, very important. When you go there, you get to feed your eyes and see things. Some of the things, a lot of the things that I mentioned in this video, you would find them in a sewing accessories shop or a fabric store. Okay, so as a headband designer, you cannot do without going to the fabric store and your sewing accessories shop to stay up to date with new trendy pieces, as well as to shop for some of these things as frequently as you need. Okay, so I hope this video was very, very useful. I have another video, like I said earlier, where I'm going to be sharing different types of beads that you need in making headbands. So if you'd be interested in knowing about that, please turn on your post notification. If that video has gone up on the channel already, I'm going to link it on the screen in this video, so make sure you check out that video. If it hasn't, it will eventually go on the channel, so make sure you turn on your post notification.
Editing Funmibi here, guys. I added an extra list of some things that I didn't necessarily sit down to talk about. Please feel free to drop me comments of things that you think I might have forgotten.
I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Also share with somebody that you think would love this type of content. If you have been thinking about starting a headband business, this is the time, this is the push and the go ahead that you need to go ahead and just start off that business. I wish you all the best in your enterprise. And yeah, guys, I can't wait to see you in another video. Bye.